Hi there, fellow YouTubers. So today, sit with another dilemma. This rear panel. Yeah, I could probably take my time, put a patch panel, and try and fix this thing. This thing is so beat up and rotten. I'm gonna attempt to make a new one from scratch, using what I have at hand, like normal. Okay, first things first. Get a piece of plate that I already pre-cut. Throw it down on here and start marking where I want my bends, etc. Just get a vice grip or something to clamp it here, get it center, and start marking where I want to bend what and roll what by hand. Okay, now that I've got it to my car, about center with the old panel, roughly here. Now we'll lay it on top and see where the old panel starts bending and curving. Bending and curving. So I can make this bend, and then over here roughly about, I want to make that bend. First I'm gonna have to chop that and that so that I can bend it in 3 sections. Let's move it just like that. Okay, we start cracking. Right, let me quickly notch here and a notch here. Okie dokie, now that I've got roughly my center, put my piece of pipe in my vise, let's start bending. You just move it up a bit. You guys get a rough idea what I'm doing. Now I'll bend these edges quickly, and then I'll have to figure out these, tack it all together, shape it, and then I have to make a lip for around the edges. Okay, we quickly start bending these lips and these edges, which is fairly easy. And just double check it on the car, because the car's got this lip. Here, from here we'll start making it otherwise. Now the train smash, not an issue, because it's pretty much straight on the sides. Let's see. From there and from there. So outside and outside edge, perfect. We'll bend it. Okay, now that I've roughly got this, let me panel beat it a bit. and then shape the edge to hold it, of course. Just shape this and that side and tack it together. Then I must make this lip that they normally have going around here as well. Okay. Alright, let me start chopping this mess off here, because this truly is a mess and I've got some fixing to do. I'll do that also. Okay, now that I've got it roughly to how I want it and my bend almost there, let me grab my welder and tack it to here. I'm not worried about this now because I'm still going to make an edge that come around because they've got a bead. Okay, tacking this in place, getting it to contour to the body, and then we'll bend it out down a bit so it flows better and start making the edges with the bead. I might just shave this thing in the future. So weld it full and shave it so there's no line that I actually wanted, but yeah. Let's do it like this. Let's move it down a bit. Clamp it. So we can get our initial shape. before we start bending and making our edge. This is gonna be a pain now. I'm gonna relief cut it. Okay, let me quickly do some relief cuts because we need that round edge. Then we need to build the comes to the yeah. We do a couple of relief cuts. And quickly just do my other relief cuts. It's a center. All right. Now, just finish this bit off. And then I must start make my bed edging that I'm gonna put on a skull. That according to photos is straight, but this has got the bend to it. Okay. Now, if I recall, these cars, they've got a little bead with a lip straight down. Only way I'm going to achieve that without proper tools is to take a piece of rusty lip channel and take the bend and bend the bend backwards. So let me try that. You just go and measure how long I need first and test on this before I start with a new lip channel. It's always handy to have a piece of scrap steel laying around. 380. Just do a rough cut on this first. About there. Okay, first things first, let me see. I'm gonna bend it that way. Want the required height about 5 millimeters or roughly a quarter of an inch. And then I'll work it. And I'll work it. And I'll work it a bit and get my hammer also on action. Get my chisel underneath here. Then I'll hammer it a bit. And let me go to the next point I worked. Gonna take some panel beating and hammering to get it to what we wanted. This part, this still has to curve as well. Okay, let me do my bead here a bit more. So basically, this is our bead we're going for. Like you can see, a bit more panel beating on a hell of a day. There we have it, our own little bead with our own little edge. Okay, I already pre-manufactured this one beforehand. Now let me stick it on here, and let me also do this corners. Let me first cut them. Up and start tacking my bead to the back of a car. As I recall, these cars only have a square lip with a little bead, and they sit like this. I have to figure that out a bit, but that's nothing. I'll figure that now. So basically, this is what I want. And then I'll tack all this along, bend the corners and make these edges on the sides. Then it should look like the original used to look. And I'll weld all these relief cuts also. Let me crack on. Alrighty then, now that I've bent this piece of rusty iron and it can follow my curvature of my shape, I'll just grind it small and I'll tack it to there. But let me quickly do a left hand side so I can show you guys. As you can see, I already shaped it, made pie cuts. Now I'll just bend it. My trusty old vise. Bending where it shouldn't. Okay, but we'll sort it out. Nothing. That poor vise too tight. Okay. Now, straightening it. It's also a cinch. Should follow that curvature of that one. And we put it next to each other. This vise needs grease, it's sticking too much. Well, first time around, lucky. Okay, me clean this up and take it to the car and clean up the car as well. The fun bit. Shape it to this. First I'm going to tack it and shape it to my edge so these two can meet up. And it will also make the car a bit stronger. Now it's going to come down small amounts like that, because the mudguard actually runs in there. Not so much of a curve. Then I'll cut it here and I'll bring my other piece around. There we go. Now let me cut this cording, because I'm gonna be bending this around here and tying it in there. Right, let me do the other side quickly. Chop this and bring it all together. Okay, now that we've got it roughly shaped and it flows, I'll just chop it a bit, may address it nicely, and it should be okay. Then weld it full, then I can grind it flat, and we should have our edge and another edge on the side if I grind the welding round. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.